getting volume. Yeah, we're getting volume. Oh. Hi there, and welcome to a Bonzoleum video. It's been a while. I had surgery to pull out my appendix, which I must say I'm recovering from slowly. I feel like, hang on. Get it. Sorry, I know how this sounds on that end. It's like, gosh damn it. Anyway, a word from our sponsor, Terry Keating. Terry Keating, great as tits. Buy it on eBay from seller Kingish, KINGISH. That's me. If you want, I'll sign it. People ask for it signed. But I'm all those ones from Europe and stuff and other places. I don't know what the hell's selling those. What if they're bootlegged? What if they're counterfeit? Anyway, seller Kingish. And another thing, too. Hang on. Let's see if I can get this guy up. Hi there. Another thing, too. Hi there. Yeah, hi. And another thing, too. I'm going to start selling a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff down here. A lot of stuff isn't really vintage. I used to be Mr. Vintage. I used to have all kinds of vintage, Ludwig and Slingerland stuff. I was more of a Ludwig guy. Tons of Zildjians, and I used to have wafer-thin transition badge Zildjians that I sold to the guru of Zildjian history, Mr. Rhymes with Phil Bartrick. Okay, God love him. Wherever you are, Phil. Hope you're the man, still doing your thing. But yeah, it all kind of, anyway, so my point is now I have some vintage stuff and some just other stuff. So I'm going to sell it on eBay, okay? I'm going to start it at a penny, okay? Whatever it goes up to, you can have it. If you want, I'll sign the drum head. You know how big and important I am these days. But keep an eye out for Kingish, okay? eBay seller Kingish, KINGISH. That's me, okay? So if you want to buy a CD from me, you can. That's me selling them. This is like the PBS. To maintain quality programming, please pick up your phone and call donate. Okay, so anyway, buy my CD if you can. It'd be terrific. Remember, one song was on the radio here in Chicago. It really was. The longest song on the record, too, called In My Heart. All right, so I sell a few of these a month, which is nice. But let's crank up the volume on that. Okay, so here we are now. New video. This is some stuff I'm going to be selling. Stuff like this. Like this is a Sabian AAX Arena Medium, okay? So this came in a pair, okay? So it's sort of like a marching pair, but they're a lot thinner than I thought they'd be when they came. So they're nice cymbals. So what I'll do is in every eBay video, I don't know if I confuse eBay and YouTube, bear with me. So I'll put a video of the thing I'm selling so you can hear it and smell it, taste it, the whole deal, okay? So anyway, so here we are. Here we are, back down here in my den of an actual lot. I'm going to sell most of my stuff. I just need some cash. Okay, so for example, here's a Peisty PST5 19-inch rock crash. This is the only 19-inch size they made. They do not make 19s in the PST5 anymore. They do have a 19 in the PST7. You know, Eric... Sorry, why does this keep slipping? Eric Peisty, you know, call me back one day, baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean well. All right. So anyway, so this guy will be for sale. It's a rock crash, Peisty PST5 19-inch rock crash. This will be offered on eBay, okay? And for fun, I'm going to throw up my, this is my Peisty PST7 18-inch thin crash. Again, I always feel like this is sort of like an 18-inch version, B8 version of what a really good Avitas Zildjian B20L would sound like. You'd have to hear it in person. So let's do a little Since I've Been Loving You, okay? And I'll just sing this, okay? Now, my hair is so thick and bushy, it's hard for me to maintain this on my head. So just bear with me here, okay? This one, unfortunately, is not on the list of pre-approved. But if I scat it and sing it myself, there's not a gosh darn thing they can do about it. Ching ring, be gone. Alrighty then. That's an ersatz one. So here we go. Okay, so here we are. Let's pretend like it's 1969. I'm in the studio. I'm like gonna record Since I've Been Loving You. Let's not. Okay, so anyway, it's 2017, January 2nd. Can you believe it? 2017. Oi Gewalt. 30 years ago today, I was a senior in high school. All right, on to Since I've Been Loving You. Here are my 15-inch, 1976, 15-inch, 2002 sound edge bottom with a Peisty, give it, Alpha band top. Okay, it's a little heavier, but it's an Alpha, made in Switzerland. A little heavier than your typical sound edge. 15 top, but I like it so, okay? Boop, boop, doo, doo, doo. There we go. Since I've been loving you. I've been working hard to 11 every night. Listen to the oil. Is it Earl's Court where he does that, where he really bends the note up? I don't think that's right. I'm living my life now. Okay, we're not going to go too far with that. Might have added a half a bar in that fill before. So anyway, so that's what's going on down here in my studio. Okay, so I'm going to have some drum parts I'm going to sell. I have some drum parts. I'm going to throw them on eBay seller Kingish. Snare drums, a lot of Ludwig standards, okay? About 10 Ludwig standards, 5x14s. Beautiful drums, the exact same Ludalloy, aluminum alloy, shell as a Supraphonic or an Acrolite. Just that it doesn't have the center bead, okay? Great drums. I'm going to sell some of those babies. This is a Liberty snare I got. I got it for like 300 bucks. The guys on one of the drum forums said they were great. They were kind of selling them real cheap. So I'm going to sell this guy too. It's a great drum, 6.5x14. Finnish birch, I think. I'm going to sell that baby too. They usually go for like 5 or 6, I think. So I'll throw that baby on there. It's just not my cup of meat. I'm more of a metal, more of a super guy. I need a shoe. Honest to God, I have my freaking socks on. I don't have quite the control. All right, so what else is going on? So bear in mind, so I will be selling stuff on eBay. I have too much crap down here. I have to man up. I have to take this security blanket of drums I have and just rip it to shreds, like in Mr. Mom, where I give it to Michael Keaton and he stashes it somewhere. So that's going to be coming up. So keep an eye out for that. More videos on the way. I'm that close to getting some dudes to play with. Again, we're going to go to his place. I might make a separate channel of me jamming with these guys, okay? That still has to come up. Just the appendicitis surgery, which I thought I'd be out and running in 2 days, it kind of laid me up a little, man. It's bizarre. All right, so look for that stuff I'm going to be selling, okay? Stuff. Ludwig snares, various tom-tomry. I don't know if I'm going to sell any full sets. I may. Anyway, I hope everything is good with you. I'm trying to think of anything funny I could say. I could put a little story in here. Do I have a little story, a little caplet? I used to work at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Well, I didn't work for the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, but I worked for some brokers at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. In the cattle options, live cattle options. A hellishly stressful job. Anyway, so one day early on in my career, I remember walking downstairs. I was leaving for the day, and I'm walking through the Merc, and at the end of this hallway is this big gorilla type guy. I don't know if he was Irish or Irish-Italian-y kind of guy. Trader coat on, his shoulders were about like, he looked like a Bigfoot prototype. And he was sort of manhandling this woman, maybe 30 or 35. She had a bunch of furs on, a couple, she had like a fur coat and like another little thingy that was probably a fox. He was ripping it off and he was pulling the rings out like as if she was being robbed. But I quickly deduced it was probably his wife or maybe his girlfriend who he probably caught cheating on him. So it was right out of a movie, man. He's pulling the rings off her and the furs, and she's like, Michael, please don't do this. And he's like, he doesn't say anything. Grabs her, takes her through the revolving door, hails a cab down, opens the back, tosses her in there. That's kind of a disturbing story. There's other fun ones. Oh, here's a good one. I'll tell you real fast to sort of change things. So I love soda, right? I mean, I'm Mr. Sugar. I love Kit Kats. I love Pepsi Cola. Now I'm on a Pepsi kick, although I haven't been drinking much lately because I was getting portly. Hostess cupcakes, especially when you put those babies in the freezer, they get nice and rigid and delicious. They're an entirely different animal. Anyway, years ago, my sister and I walked to White Hen. I used to walk up and back to White Hen, which was a convenience store, 2.5 blocks. It was a well-worn path. I used to go up there sometimes up to 6 or 7 hours a day. That's why I'm a hyperactive ADD guy. If I'm addicted to anything, I'm addicted to sugar. And that's the truth. So, we're up at White Hen, and back in these days, they used to have the 16-ounce returnable bottles, glass, which were the coolest thing in the world. They really should go back to those. They should, you know what I mean, for the environment and stuff. Plus, everything tastes better out of glass, especially Coke and Pepsi. Any soda out of glass, whether it's corn syrup or not, or cane sugar, tastes better out of glass. Take the sugar addict's word for it. So, we're at White Hen. I ate all my other shite, and then I grab a 16-ounce bottle of Pepsi. Probably in those days was 35 cents. Had to pay a dime for the deposit. They had the thing at the store. Marching home, drinking my Pepsi, oh so delicious. My sister's next to me. She's like, can I have a sip of your Pepsi? And I'm a total germaphobe, back then especially. I'm like, no. Oh, come on. Let me just have a sip. I promise I won't backwash. No. Oh, come on. Like, she got upset, and I looked in her eye, and she looked sad. I was like, okay, and I handed it to her. She was like, and then she went, and I went, oh, and you could see like the layer, almost like how it looks in a beer that's cascading with the bubbles, like, and she goes, you still want it? I said, yeah, and I took it, and I went, so what do you think of that story? Okay. Anyway, I haven't made videos for a while, so I got to get my back up to speed a little here. Back up to my any mojo. I got to dust the drums, too. More videos on the way. Remember, keep an eye on eBay seller Kingish. K-I-N-G, like king, ish, I-S-H. One word, Kingish. Remember, I'm that seller. I'm the guy selling them there. They're apparently on eBay a lot, like from England and stuff. I don't know where the hell those are coming from. Well, wouldn't it be cool if I had pirated records? I did get a check from ASCAP. I'm not sure where my stuff is getting played, but I actually got a check from ASCAP last year. Or BMI, I forget. Anyway, so, seller Kingish, more videos on the way with me playing with some bands. It'll be great. I'm excited. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't.
This video brought to you by Terry Keating Greatest Hits. Look for it on eBay.